Ni hao, everybody. I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Philip Hegarty. I'm the partner in JP Knight Partners. We are SoFund's partner in Liverpool on a project we're going to introduce you now called NATEX. This is Stuart. Ni hao. Stuart is head of sales for JP Knight, and we are going to give you a little bit of an education and a guided tour around the Knowledge Quarter here, and a little bit of the NATEX site to show you how construction is progressing at the moment. So, right behind us here, you can see it's John Moores University. It's right beside us. It's a 2 or 3 minute, maybe 3 minute walk from our NATEX site. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk up the road here, and then we're also going to show you where Hope University is, and that might give you a little bit of an idea to the geography within the area.
This is Liverpool John Moores University. This is the city campus, and it's one of the largest of all of the universities in the city.
Okay. So let's have a walk up here. So as we're walking up here, we're walking by one of the major roads in and out of Liverpool. Over to our right here, the sun is blocking. Over to our right here, you have the major train station that feeds into Liverpool Lime Street train station. So in terms of location, NATEX is very, very well located, particularly as students usually don't own cars. So in order for them to get around and get home at the weekends, which some of them do, they just have to go over to the train station, which is great. Okay, so we're actually nearly at John Hope University. It's just there's a major road here, so we can't cross it. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flick the camera around so you can see it. Again, it's very, very difficult to see, but that's the campus of Hope University, 200 meters up the street. Yeah. So again, I'll just give you a quick tour.
The NATEX site behind us there.
So you can see the major roads running in and out of the city centre. You have Unite building there. That's they're the largest students. They operate all the bigger student buildings in Liverpool and actually in the UK. But they mostly operate for on college campuses. So we're back again. So as you can see right behind us here now, we have the NATEX site. The wrap of the site has only recently gone up, but it's just showing you the progress the building is making over the last 2 or 3 weeks. You can see that Hope University. And I flip it around here and you actually get a better view of Hope University. So there's Hope University up there. Okay, so here we are at the NATEX site. So the NATEX site is located in what's called the Knowledge Quarter. Can you give us a brief outline of the Knowledge Quarter, Stuart?
Yeah, right now we're in the heart of the Knowledge Quarter now, and this is where all of the universities are located. And there are 3 main universities in Liverpool. Liverpool John Moores, which has 4 campuses. We saw the city campus a moment ago. There's Hope University, which we saw just up the street there. And then there's the University of Liverpool, which is only about a kilometre behind the NATEX site. But in total, there are 40 campuses, university campuses in the city, all operated by the 3 main university companies. And they're all within walking distance of the NATEX site here that you can see behind us.
And how many students are in the area?
In total there are 60,000 students in the area.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's a lot.
Yeah, 45,000 full-time students and 15,000 part-time students.
Wow. And what's the accommodation? Is there a shortage of accommodation? Is there enough accommodation?
The 45,000 students, full-time students in the city, have access to 26,000 bed spaces. That's all.
Okay, so there's a real lack of student accommodation.
There's a huge shortage of student apartments in Liverpool City.
Okay, and I think also the quality of old, there's a lot of old student accommodation, which the quality is not very good for the international students.
Yes, well, all of the students that cannot find bed spaces, they live in older buildings that have been turned into student digs, etc. Very, very low quality accommodation. Nothing like what the NATEX development is going to be.
Okay.
And that's what makes NATEX so attractive and so desirable for students.
Okay.
Is the quality of the amenities that are in the building and the quality of the apartments that they're going to live in.
Okay, great. So at present, we started selling NATEX a few months ago. Before we started breaking ground, we started selling NATEX in Japan. At presently, it's selling very, very well in Japan. It's also selling very well for local buyers. So local investors who live in the area and also local investors outside of London are now buying in Liverpool, because Liverpool is really the driving force in the northern area for the northern economy.
Correct, the northern powerhouse. Yeah. Very big player.
Yeah, particularly with the prices dropping in London and the yields dropping in London, a lot of investors are now coming north to get a higher yield. So we're at the site here now, and we are going to do a small little ribbon cutting for groundbreaking on NATEX. Oh, thank you. So we're getting our hard hats. That's just on, Stuart?
Yeah.
Very good. Okay. So let me introduce first here. I'm just going to turn it around. I'm going to introduce here. We're at the site. So we've got Michael here. Michael's the developer who owns Mount Group. Congratulations, Michael, on the development. You must be very proud.
Thank you, Philip. It's a pleasure. Nice to be here today and to cut the ribbon.
Brilliant.
Celebrate groundbreaking.
And this is Paul. Paul is actually the construction manager on the whole site here. So Paul, sorry, Paul.
Hi everyone, how you doing?
So Paul's going to give us a little bit of a tour around the area as well, just so we can have an understanding what's happening here today, and then we can see all the machines working in the background here. Okay, so drum roll, let's go. Here we go. So this is NATEX. This is the official cutting of the ribbon.
Hey!
And we're open for business.
Come on in.
Okay, so what is NATEX? So NATEX is two large buildings, Building A and Building B. At present, we're just selling Building B. We're probably about 75% sold in Building B. It consists of 566 units. It's a mixture of studio apartments and studios and en-suites. The prices are starting in the high 60s. We will be increasing the prices as we go through the tiers of the developments over the next, I suppose, 6 to 12 months. And we see now as an opportunity for the Taiwanese buyers and Sofan buyers to purchase units. Can you give some of the selling points, Stuart, on NATEX?
Okay. There's a 5-year rental guarantee program that comes with all units, which provides us a 9% net return, no expenses for 5 years, and that's guaranteed. We've got two blocks, Block A and Block B. We have 344 units in Block A, 222 units in Block B. We've got
we want to be careful here now with all the digging that's going on as well.
Yeah. So there are no expenses for investors for 5 years. Then so you've got really good low entry level pricing. You've got a very high net return, which has a great cash flow. The net return is guaranteed for 5 years at 9%. There's no expenses. The location, as we mentioned earlier on, it's right in the city centre. The location could not be better. With all the universities around, there's a really large shortage of bed spaces in this area. All the students want to live in this area.
I was going to say that, like, we're all very excited about it here because the lack of accommodation within the area at the moment here is actually there's a building that's just completed down the road.
Yeah, just there behind you, yeah.
And it's just here behind us, and it has how many units?
It's got 420 units.
And before the building opens, there were no units left. They're all booked up. No units remaining.
There are in this area. There are 3 or 4 student buildings in this area, and by the end of August, first week in September, all the units were gone. Students had booked all the units. The buildings were 100% occupied. That was in the first week in September.
Okay, so we might go back to Michael and Paul here. And Michael, I suppose just to you introduce yourself already, and just to give us an idea of I suppose a bit on your background and why you picked this site here.
I picked this site due to the location for it. Located approximately to John Moores University, Liverpool University, Liverpool Live Streets,
yeah,
the most central district part of the city, and it's really attractive for student accommodation.
And the site itself here, it used to be a bus station or something?
It used to be the National Express bus station. So
wow.
There's a bus service that you can be able to take buses across the whole of the UK,
okay,
Liverpool to London.
Okay.
Quite famous.
Wow, so it's a famous site as well.
Yeah, so the National Express still operates today as well.
Okay. So that's something actually we've never mentioned, that it is a famous site. And Paul, in terms of construction here and what's going on, can you just give us just a brief idea of what's happening here?
Okay. The machines over the far side at the minute, they are break out any obstruction between the ground so that the piling can go in without any obstructions. We've got about 50% of the way through that side at the minute, that's under block B.
Okay.
And then the machine on this side of this mound over this way is currently on block A.
Okay.
And they're due to finish this element of work about the next 10 days.
Okay, great. And in terms of time frames, we're running through construction time frames?
Absolutely. Block B will end up being piled first.
Okay.
Followed by block A, so we've got 2 machines working on it over there.
Okay. And can you just give us a little bit of an idea, because I suppose when people are buying into a building like this, we just need to understand people's backgrounds and what they've done previously. Can you give us an idea what you've done previously?
Yeah, my background is construction. I've been on this site now working on it for about 7 years.
Okay.
It's a big development.
Okay. 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 And your previous background, you've managed these type of construction sites.
I've got about in Liverpool, I've completed about 1,000 bedrooms so far.
Wow. Okay.
3 years.
Okay. Wow. 1,000 bedrooms. Okay. So you know what you're doing. We're in St. Man's. Okay. So we'll have a quick little look around the site here. Let me flick it again. I think all the guys are working like devils around here. As you can see, it's a building site. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my building shoes with me, but we can get a good idea of what the lads are doing here. And what a great day today, right? I came into Liverpool this morning, it was lashing rain. Actually, it's been raining for the last 3 days. I can't believe it got this great. Okay, so we'll go back here to Stuart.
I wanted to add something earlier on to what I said earlier on about the accommodation levels in the area and the lack of accommodation in the area. in the area, there are 7,500 bed spaces that are going to be delivered between now and 2020. So over the next 2 years, there's 7,500 bed spaces going to be delivered in this area. When those 7,500 bed spaces are delivered, there is still going to be 20,000 students that can't find bed spaces to live. So the demand to rent in NATEX is going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a really, really strong demand. We expect the building, like the building we mentioned that's only 100 meters away, this was its first year, 420 units, and it was full by the first week in September. We expect the NATEX building to be full of students within a few weeks of its launch.
Okay.
The demand is that strong.
And sorry guys, we've just got a few questions from people here as well. So when is the building going to be completed?
The building's going to be completed in July 2020.
Okay. And the students move in for September, is it?
The students going to move in for September.
Okay. And in terms, do we have a little bit of leeway built into that? So you're going to finish by July, but you hope to finish a little bit sooner, or is it? Do you have you put time, you put leeway into your construction schedule, don't you?
Yeah, there's a bit of flexibility in the construction schedule, and as we move through the build, we look to improve on that.
Pick up time.
Yeah, just to give us a little more confidence.
Okay, great. Okay. So we've another question here. So how many students are living in Liverpool? How many students are in Liverpool?
60,000 students in total, 40 full-time students, but 60,000 students in total. And that student number is rising every year. A tremendous amount.
And what about the new campuses they're building at the moment? So Liverpool University, are they doing a new campus next door to us here?
Liverpool John Moores, one of the largest landowners in the city centre, are constantly reinvesting into the city. They acquired the old Royal Mail city centre campus, which they recently gone into planning for, and got a new £60 million development, which is going to be part of probably another £150 million development to bring in the campus quite central into the city centre.
Okay, so the universities are just consistently expanding over here.
Yeah.
Particularly Liverpool.
And
why Liverpool? Do you know?
It's
The location of it? It's on major train routes?
mainly, it's probably the most popular science-backed university outside of London. That's the University of Liverpool, specialises in medicine, and it seems to be one of the most popular sectors in the university.
Yeah, I heard there's a good nightlife in Liverpool as well.
Yeah, there's very good nightlife.
that the students enjoy.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, we know there's some famous football clubs around here, which I think you were at last night, Michael, were you?
Yeah, I was at the Liverpool-Everton game
yesterday. Local derby.
Yeah, and I'm a Liverpool fan, and we scored last minute, which was
nice.
Quite a shock.
Okay. Well, it was good for you, though.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, great. Okay, guys, if anybody has any more questions, please contact your SoFun sales representative. And I think we've given you a good idea here today. You've met the main people in the team here, and we will hope to bring another one of these to you in the next month or two when there's a little bit more progression on the site. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.